Tasha.
I'm Chuck.
And I think y'all know what's up, so let's get right into it. We are always looking for sponsors, so please tap in if you wish to sponsor. If you like what you see and listen to from week to week and you believe other people will as well, and you have a product or service that you want to promote, sponsorship is the way to go. So tap into our email at aladyandasavagepodcast@gmail.com. All words are spelled out.
Definitely need that. And make sure that you also are reaching out to provide us with different things that you want to hear us talk about, topics, or even if you want to ask us a question, if you got a story you want us to mention or discuss, please definitely submit that in the email as well.
And engage. I can't stress enough how important it is for us. Like, we get up here and we talk about things that interest us, but we also care about what we hear about in the community and amongst our peers. So you guys tap into the comments. Give us a call when we're live, 248-854-9850. We need that feedback and we want to hear your thoughts and everything. So tap in.
All right, so you might as well just get right to the ears to the street. What's going on?
All right, so Mr. Steal Your Girl again is in the news again for some rapey stuff again, like Trey Songz. I haven't been playing his music for months because y'all know that I'm that way.
Well, I don't know all this. I don't know all the background. I really don't know what he's being accused of. So.
Well, this time he walked up on a girl and exposed her breast. There's a video that TMZ has attached to the story. I can't remember where they were, but he walks up to her, pulls her shirt down, and exposes her breast. And the girl is laughing in the video, but you can visibly see that it's like a nervous,
it's an uncomfortable.
Yes,
okay.
like she felt put on the spot. But actually,
do we even know what type of setting that was? Like, what were they doing? Who was around? What was the type of event? Like, we can't just jump straight to conclusions and just say the man is guilty.
Well, it was kind of like a party, I guess. They say that they were all at an event called the Foxwoods Liquid Sundays with Trey Songz as the featured guest and artist at the Foxwoods Resort Casino in Mashantucket, Connecticut. And it was there. Yeah.
So I take it was something private. It was something she was invited to that he knew he was going to be there.
He was in the
certain crowd.
He was in a VIP tent. Yep. So, but she did go through the proper channels. She's contacted an attorney. She's actually filed a claim. And so he has until May 5th to respond to this.
Well, you know my motto. Until they prove him guilty, it's allegedly.
It is.
So we're going it's unfortunate, but I'm not going to hang any black man until you have to really prove that they're guilty. I need a full video. So, hey, I'm just saying, until I see the final judgment, hey, bro, innocent.
Okay.
I know that makes you sad, but that's just the fact. I'm not just going to jump on the bandwagon to down one of us.
No, I feel you. I just, the fact that he hasn't spoken up, I just look at Chris Brown and how he immediately got him some receipts and was like, yo, I am not out here. Yeah, but
he got a history of smacking bitches around, so that's different.
He got to clear his name. He got to clear his name a little faster.
He got to speak fast. He can't let that sit. He can't let that, just hang around, let people draw their own conclusions.
Trey Songz, he ain't got to speak fast?
No.
With all the allegations he got going on?
We ain't really seen it.
Already proved.
An allegation is an allegation, and it's allegedly an
allegation. Is a lie.
So until we have full facts and a jury has found him guilty, then the man is innocent.
All right, Trey Songz, do better. So then we've got Tennessee. They've passed a bill that will require drunk drivers to pay restitution, similar to child support, if they kill the parent of a minor in the accident. I actually think this is it's pretty cool. If you break the law, be ready to pay for your actions. Tennessee has passed a law that would require drunk drivers to pay restitution that mimics child support. CBS News reports that the House Bill 1834 unanimously passed in the state's House before it unanimously passed in the Senate on Wednesday. So
I want to say that this is a good thing, but I need reparations first. Like, before you start trying to give somebody some restitution for some crimes, give my people our fucking money. So as quickly as that law passed and they got a dollar amount for that shit, they need to get one for us. Nothing against drunk drivers, nothing against people who need to pay for whatever the crime is that you commit. If you kill somebody, you should have to pay their kids because that's two incomes, one income that they lost. I get that. But where the hell is my money? That's what I care about.
Yeah.
Where is mine?
I mean, black people do deserve reparations, though.
Like, especially think about what I sent you this week. We had a little knowledge share this week.
I mean, shit, if they could just return all the bread to the dudes who got took by women who lied about having kids for 18 years, and you find out you pay 18 years worth of child support, you can't even get that back. How about start with that?
We got to go back further than that.
That should be a criminal offense.
I'm just saying, lock their asses up for lying.
No, yeah, I'll say that. I don't want no money. I want time.
No, I want the money too.
Nope, I don't want my money.
No, I want the money too.
Don't give me the money back.
No, they need to get them in that money back.
The money that I'm going to make off you doing time is going to be way better for me. I just want to see some time served.
All right,
so that ain't enough
on that one.
It sounds like a lot of people in this world need to empty their pockets. Run that restitution.
Man, you look at all the money he's sending overseas to Ukraine, and they passing all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? You don't even do that for the people in your own backyard.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it be like that. It be like that. But see, Tasha, I really don't care about them people getting their money though, because we haven't gotten ours. So until my people get our money, I'm not happy about nobody else getting shit. How about that?
I can't stand
That's just the
savage.
I'm just saying, until we get ours,
the savage.
I cannot celebrate other people getting their money when we have yet to receive ours, which has already been established that we should be receiving it. They just can't come up with a dollar amount. No one tells
They
them
don't
that
want
shit,
to.
So bottom line is, pay me, and then we'll celebrate all of these small laws that y'all making to get other people bread.
Word. Run them reparations. And then our last story for the day is Ethan Crumbley. I'm not sure if everyone remembers, but he was the kid in Michigan who shot up the school, and he actually killed 4 people in that shooting. It happened in November of 2021. So he is officially going to be going on trial in September of 2022. And right now he is, I think it's 24 counts. Yep. Crumbley has been charged with 24 counts, including murder and terrorism. And several other students and a teacher were injured, even though they weren't killed. So let's hope justice is served in that situation.
Is that the one situation where the parents are locked up as well?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, because they became fugitives for a hot minute. They
were just in the news, too, because they was trying to get their bail reduced, which was simply just an attempt to flight, basically for them to probably try to disappear.
Yeah, they was trying to get that bond reduced.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
That's very unfortunate. I hope they, you know.
They up for more than just being fugitives, because, you know what I'm saying?
See, and then they
planted that seed. You know what I'm saying? His mama was encouraging him to do this crazy stuff.
See, this goes back to the reparations talk again for me, because it's like, even when sometimes when some white people are dealing with the law and they are for real legitimately at fault for a crime or something, they always want a loophole, a way out, a lesser sentence, of this or that. And it's like,
because I think that the system has created
color
that
of your
for them.
skin is your lesser sentence. You're already at the advantage. Like, yo, get what's coming to you. Throw the book at these people, period.
Definitely.
I'm over it.
Kid and all.
Tired of y'all.
Fuck
especially that kid.
Yeah, fuck that kid. He ain't shit. His mama ain't shit. The daddy ain't shit. It's just bottom line. You see what they produce and what they encourage. So, I mean, throw the whole family away. That's how I look at it. Because if it was us, you know, back in the
they'd be
day,
throwing this away
they would
quick.
have lynched our asses, the whole family, in the front yard. So, throw the whole family away. Fuck all of them. What you got next for me?
So that's it for our news stories. I try to just keep it to 3 so we don't take up too much time. But next for our he say she say conversation.
Do you want to introduce our guest before that, or do you want to go ahead and do the he say? Because I feel like it's, it kind of rolls.
They might want to chime in.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
They might want to chime in on this. Okay, so let's introduce our guest for this week. This week we have Candace, who is an entrepreneur. She makes custom pieces and things like that, like her does she have her mask on? Yes, like her lovely mask. Okay, so Candace is going to join us today for our conversations. And then we also have D Jack. D Jack is an athlete. He is a youth football coach. He's an entrepreneur, does sports management, and just an all-around good young black king. And we are happy to have him in the studio with us today. So welcome our guests.
Welcome both of you.
Yes. All right, Candace and D-Jack. So this segment is called He Say, She Say, where we like to try to have like a male-female opinion on something. So this is, who is more desperate in this scenario? Is it the girl who messes with a man who is in a relationship with someone else, a.k.a. playing a side chick? Or is it a woman who knows her man is cheating and continues to hang on to the relationship through being cheated on with multiple women? All right, Chuck, you go first.
Why I gotta go first?
I don't know.
You asking me who the most desperate?
No, don't go first.
Right.
You're right. You all the way right. See,
I think we should let one of our guests go
welling
first.
up with the
and
foolishness.
Yeah, I don't think I should go first.
Who want to take it first? Okay, go ahead, Candace.
Hey y'all. I honestly think it's the woman who knows and stays around, because we just have to do better with our value system, what we're willing to tolerate, and draw good boundaries. Like, some things are forgivable, but knowing as an ongoing thing, that's a no-no. Mm-hmm. And what am I staying there for? Like, I can't find nobody else.
All fact.
I just don't think it's that serious, and she should get out. I know it's a scenario, but that's just a no.
Yeah, those are facts. She definitely is the most desperate in that situation, especially knowing that your man is out here doing whatever he want to do, and you just allowing it.
So
what do you think, Tasha, before I give my opinion?
Okay. So I think that it's the person who's staying in the relationship and being disrespected and disvalued. Because a lot of times, for one thing, a lot of times when a woman is being a side chick, it's not out of desperation or because she actually wants the guy that she's being the side chick to. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of times convenient for her as well, for whatever reason. She's just like, look, I need something low maintenance. If he already got a chick at home.
But can y'all see that? So all three of y'all said it's the chick that's allowing the dude to cheat on her. Mm-hmm. But I look at those are equal situations. Reason being is because a side chick knows about what's going on. She understands that he has a situation at home, and she's choosing to be involved. The same thing with the woman at home. She knows he got a little flavor. You know, he need multiple. So she's accepting and understanding her position. I feel like neither one of them is desperate. I feel like, in a way, that's smart. That's just me. I don't knock nobody, because what works for you works for you. And I feel like if she know, just like if she know, and y'all handling y'all shit, then everything is actually beautiful. It's probably a happy home.
It is, but I definitely see it on the side of the side chick. Like, a lot of these side chicks out here are professional side chicks. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a job to them. They get something out the deal. You know, you get flew out, 5-star hotels, 5-star restaurants, and it's low maintenance. I don't got to have no loyalty towards you or anything, I probably got a man on the side, so I'm your side chick. He probably just don't know how to court me and give me the finer things in life that I want. So the side chick is definitely winning, but girl, she's desperate. I ain't gonna call her desperate, but you know what I'm saying? She probably got her heart with you, but she's definitely the one losing in this situation.
You desperate, baby. You ain't desperate. You all right with it?
I'm calling you desperate.
Yeah, you definitely losing in this situation.
I'm calling you desperate, and I think that it's because too, like, we have a lot of toxic opinions floating around today that are pouring thoughts into women that make them stay in situations that they shouldn't stay in, because people are making them believe that they can't and won't do better if they leave the situation. Oh, well, you this age, nobody finna want you after this. Mm-hmm. Like, you done stayed this long, now you 50 and want to be single and be out here. I've heard it.
We've heard it.
Like
It's tragic.
And I'm like clutching my pearls. Like, y'all really speak. Please.
Age don't have nothing to do with nothing.
I'm telling y'all got to these toxic people that this Kevin Samuels mentality. All of it is toxic. There is a way to deliver the truth.
Now, you can't discredit everything.
But that's what I'm saying. There's a way to.
Kevin Samuels ain't toxic all the time.
Yeah, he on the money, to be honest. It's just hard.
He's not toxic all the
But
time.
that's what I was about to say. There's a way to deliver the truth.
No, he's
without
not toxic
being
all the time.
He's a hot mess.
Yeah.
It's a way to deliver the truth without being disrespectful. Like, I like Stefan Speaks. He doesn't always just advocate for. He's not a Derek Jackson. He doesn't pander.
I don't know none of these people you just mentioned. You just mentioned two other names.
I'm a hippie to him. And I also like Ace Metaphor. Like, it's people out here that's giving the truth and the realness to women and men, but you don't have to be nasty to them. Like, Kevin Samuels be rude and disrespectful.
But it's a reason he be rude and disrespectful too. Like, women, you gotta have a reality check sometimes. Like, he makes you live in your reality. Like, you coming here, I deserve this, that, and the third. As all women.
Have you seen
do.
all his episodes?
Huh?
Have you seen all his episodes?
Oh, no, not all of them, but I've
That's
seen
why I said, like,
enough.
he's only toxic in the replays that they circulate.
Okay,
He's not always that way. You know what I'm saying? And typically, the clips that they show you, if you see the before, what led up to it, then you might look at things a little bit differently, because some of the women that call in,
I mean, I know I've seen
be on
it.
some other stuff. Like,
Okay,
I'm talking about. So just like, you know what I'm saying, we talk about, you know what I'm saying, the different standards that we should be on, just like she was talking about the young lady. Like, you shouldn't be out here desperate. Like, how you carry yourself, the standards that you present.
That just depends on what y'all
dictate.
call
You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, however you want to frame.
Y'all mixing that with desperate.
All I'm saying is, however you want to frame it. I'm saying women have the choice to conduct themselves in a certain way.
Well, I want to hear what
saying?
Jack was going to finish saying, though.
About Kevin Samuels?
Yeah.
Sometimes they got to live in a reality, like they chiming in and they coming what they need. I need this. I need my man to do this. What do you do? Slow down, baby girl. What do you do? How much do you make? What do you do very well? Can you meet my needs? And these women, like, in reality, like, all women do live in, like, you know what I'm saying? They always want the top tier, but they not top tier. They not bringing it. So sometimes it take a guy like Kevin Samuels to stand up for everybody and just tell them the truth. Like, no chaser. Like, let's be real.
I'm never a fan of disrespect, though. Like, and I think sometimes what we tolerate and give off as women goes into what was put into us. You know, I've known Tasha for a long time. I have a large family. I have 6 brothers and 5 sisters. I had a very good father. My father used to always tell us, you teach people how to treat you. That resonates with me. Rest in peace, Dad. But I also had brothers and uncles who held a standard for how to carry yourself, what to expect. Don't just come to the table looking for the table. Have something to put on the table. They push for education. They push for know how to think for yourself. Be a leader, not a follower. You want a gentleman. You want love and relationships, and dealing with people is so subjective. You have to relearn it every time you start dating someone new. But the most important thing is, if you stay true to yourself and what your no-goes are, men really do respect that. When you're a woman who comes with boundaries, like, these are my things, men really respect that. I just came from working at a plant for over a year. Thank God I'm back in the office now. But the biggest compliment I got is, I like the way you carry yourself. I wasn't a plant chick. You couldn't run game on me. I wasn't meeting you in the parking lot.
Plant chicks.
The only people who had my number I was in leadership. It was the leaders. It was people who needed to have it.
Professional.
I have brothers that's been working in the plants for years. Their first thing was, don't talk to nobody. Women need to learn the game from men, so you know what to expect from a man, and sometimes men can teach a woman how to be a lady. I hate to say that, but it's true. And to D. Jack's point, you have to be able to take accountability as a woman for the type of relationship you want to have. Stop looking for a man to save you and rescue you. Somebody asked me recently, how do women really know how to love a man? I said, it's subjective. Each man is different. But if you value the man and want a good relationship, you're going to learn that man. So you ain't dealing with a side chick.
That's right.
Because he going to get the bag and everything at home. So I feel like as women, and this is always an unpopular opinion, which I have a podcast too, it's called Candy Coated Convos. I always talk to women about us. Unpopular opinion, sometimes it's us. We a mess.
Yeah.
We don't know how to be in a healthy relationship. We don't know how to shoulder a healthy relationship. We don't know how to make sure that man come home to a place of peace.
Absolutely.
We don't know how to be the go-to person for our
good knowledge,
man. And then we turn around and say, well, he don't give me what he don't. But what are you doing? Like, I feel like sometimes we're too needy. The biggest thing I learned recently, my brother said, always be someone who can provide what you require.
Okay.
Without that, your relationship already failed.
Yeah.
Because I'm not coming to the table looking for you to give me the bag. I already have a savings. I have a career. I've got degrees. But I was raised that way. Be independent and build with a person. Don't come look for a man looking for him to give you everything you want.
But
that's where we go wrong.
But this is why I think, leading into our main topic of the night, this is why I think that male and female platonic friendships are important too, because everybody doesn't have a brother, or a sister. But if you have a friend that you can glean from, like, it's times where I'll be kicking it with Chuck and I'll tell him something that I want or expect, and he'll be like, hold on, Tasha, or, like, he don't have any qualms about correcting me. And that's because I think he has my best interest as a friend and just somebody who wants to see me happy, you know? So I think that it's important to have friendships of the opposite sex so you do know how to relate to each other better without always things being sexual. Just having someone that can tell you, like, nah, this is what men really looking for, baby girl, or nah, this is, you know, women don't want this or that. And so there you have our topic of the night. Can men and women truly strictly be platonic friends without there being any underlying wants, or, you know, one person is pining away and one of them put the person in the friend zone, but they really want more? Can we just actually be platonic? DJ, you okay?
No, I'm chilling. I'm listening. I'm taking it all in.
He was enjoying the accountability that was being held. I did too. That was a great moment. I hope everybody else heard that.
Props to Ken.
You don't hear that often.
That was some good gems right there.
All right now. So yeah, so what's your well, Chuck, I should know your thoughts. I mean, friends.
I definitely think that it's I think it's necessary, and I think it's possible in every way. I have a lot of friends in general, and I have a lot of female friends, but I have sisters. And then I have a mother. And I have a natural, caring, protective way about myself. So if I bring a female in as a friend, I'm looking at you and I'm protecting you the same way I do my sister. So I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to hold you accountable. I'm going to be there when you on some bullshit. You call me that, hey, I don't know what y'all got into it about, but you called me. So now I got to come through. Like, I'm that person where I'm with the shits with you, and once we done, I'm gonna tell you, like, you know, you was wrong as fuck. Like, you called me over here to jump on old boy. You about to be back with that nigga tomorrow. So all the way around, I think it's necessary, and I think it's healthy. I think it's healthy for both ways because I've learned a lot from my female friends. Like, I mean, I wouldn't have known how stupid I was at times if I didn't have a Tosha. So, I mean, I think it's necessary.
For sure. DJ, do you have any female friends?
Yeah, I got, you know what I'm saying? This topic in a whole is just a sticky one. You know, it just always depends on what female it is. Because, you know, some females, you know what I'm saying, you can't trust them as far as you could throw them. And then other ones, you know, you can let them have male friends and, you know, do their things and such. Like, and I just come from experience. Like, my best friend is now my lady. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, this situation is kind of, you know what I'm saying, sticky to me. You know, but I do think, like, for example, like a girl, before you get in a relationship, before you met me, you already had male friends. You know, so those male friends are your friends, you know, truly. But meeting male friends down the line, now that's a sticky situation, you know, because I'm a man. I know how men think and things and such like that. So it can go a lot of different ways. It's just different strokes from different folks.
So when you say that, you talking about, like, making new guy friends, and they weren't day ones. They weren't people you knew about when you got in the relationship with the person. Like,
yeah, like, I gotta understand your relationship. Like, okay, because there's different type of friends. You got business friends, you got work friends, you got community help friends. You know, because I got a lot of different friends. I do a lot of different things in different lanes, and me doing a lot of different things in different lanes, I meet different people. You know, females, older, younger, and our relationship is different. So it's just about always understanding the relationship that your lady have and the relationship she has with that person. You know, if you going out to the club and you meet him, you think he cool. No, you don't need that male friend.
Right.
Okay, you had him as your friend growing up, kindergarten, all the way on up. Okay, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I cannot be a jealous-hearted person like that, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to live your life as well, and I'm not like that. And I think that men are like that are like, no, you don't need no male friends, need to be like, you can't be like that, man, you know? Because I also learned a lot from my women friends. You know, they taught me a lot. So, you know, so it's always good, but it's still a sticky situation because that woman confides in that man and he likes that man, whether you know it or not. It's something about that person that you like because it's your friend. And you confide in them. It's your shoulder to cry on. And things take turns some way. And I've been firsthand and I've been in the experience. So I know, like, nobody got to tell me. I've experienced it for myself. So,
but you don't feel like an attraction already had to be there. Like, even if you were able to maintain the friendship for however many years or months or whatever before it turned into something more, I feel like in those situations, you had to have secretly like wanted more or already been attracted. Like I don't think that
It just happened.
it just
overnight.
happens all the time.
I don't know, because it's been situations where it just happens.
But I'm talking about yours. You said this was your friend and she turned lady. So I'm like, clearly it had to have been something, in my opinion, it had to have been something there the whole time.
That's what I'm thinking too. You know, I be trying to talk to myself and psych myself in. I'm serious. You know what I'm saying?
So how long was y'all friends though?
Man, we was friends since like kindergarten.
Oh, it definitely was something there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was different though. It was like it was something there that it went away, then it just came back.
Yeah.
No, seriously, because like in the second grade, we went, it was my little crush, I was her first crush and stuff like that. And then we just stopped. Third all the way up into high school, became best friends, and being best friends, a lot of the business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So then it just, after college, came back, kicked it, I confided in her. And you know what I'm saying? I was comfortable with her. So that's what I'm saying, that friends situation is very sticky, because when you confide and you comfortable and you trust a person, that's your mate.
That's where I was going with it. Trust is everything. Even in relationships, like I have a lot of friends coming to the table, male and female. But I'm also very friendly. Like that's how I met Tasha. At our old job, Tasha wasn't coming in the door talking to people, but I was in her face like, hey girl, hey. That's just me. I make friends everywhere I go. But I'm also trustworthy. So you have to be, again, I'm big on accountability. I represent my man wherever I go. He represents me.
Yes.
People know that we're together. We together whether we side by side or not. I don't believe in doing anything to misrepresent myself or to harm my relationship. But also, I believe in introducing those friends, because you have a core group. I have a core group of people that I grew up with. I can call any of them right now. They spouses will jump on the phone like, oh, what up? They know who we are. It's all about respect. I'm going to respect you or not enough, because I'm going to give you my core group. You're going to know who they are, so when we rolling and hanging, it's not going to be a problem. Now, bringing on new friends, that can be tricky, because why you really looking for all these new friends? But then it, I guess it's situational. But I wouldn't do anything for the sake of, I should be able to do it because I'm grown, if you want a healthy relationship.
Yeah. I'm learning
at
new
home.
friends is not the way to go. I'm definitely learning the new friend thing.
Really?
Yeah,
Friends are great though.
it doesn't really work. Like I'm a very social person. I like to meet people everywhere I go. I like to be out and I talk to everybody. But I'm learning that bringing in new friends, even I ain't even like being in a relationship, dating, not in that. Once somebody here they knew, how long you known them? Oh, just a couple months. Oh. And it's just instantly like it's a whole different vibe, and it like damn. I mean, I don't know them. Like they just cool people. But I think the new friend peak. I don't think that rub anybody the right way.
I think it's situational.
Yeah.
It's situational.
I haven't seen a situation where it's been cool with me. Where you just got this new person and all of a sudden y'all tight. Like, come on.
Man, sometimes they better than the people you knew all your life.
I think
Exactly.
I think when it's a new person,
Y'all be shutting off potential great relationships before they can even start because
I'm
you're
not
worried
saying I'm
about
shutting a
somebody.
relationship.
No, I'm just saying it sounds like that's insecurity about worrying about what somebody else gonna think.
No, what it is that I've learned through my experience, the people that I did befriend and I did let in kind of instantly, they all came with an intention. They all came with a different reason for them befriending me.
like an ulterior motive.
It was always, and it was either to get in to get some, or get in to get basically to break up something. Like it was always on some real like foul shit. Like at the end of the day, and it all kind of just started to reveal itself like very rapidly, like back to back. All these different new individuals who was in my life had a totally different agenda. Like, damn, I ain't know that's how you motherfuckers be moving. But it's like, but your core people, I can trust you. I'm not worried. I never second guessed whether you had a whole agenda where you was trying to remove me from house A to get me to house B and then try to be house A. Like, it was crazy. Like, so for me, I don't know about the new people.
So I'm going to say this about the new friends. I'm sorry. I'm going to say this about the new friends. I think if you do welcome new friends, then the new friends need to be introduced to your current life as quickly as possible. And by current life, I mean your mate.
Core friends and everybody.
Yeah, yep. And so, because sometimes your inner circle can see what you may not be able to see about this person if they aren't on the up and up. You know what I mean? Like, ooh, I seen the way so-and-so was looking in your wallet when you pulled out your wallet to, you know, like they clocking your money and they clocking your earnings.
Your core friend's going to be on that.
Yeah, all the time. Because sometimes, too, your friends are territorial, which can be a nuisance, but it may work in your favor if they have a proper discernment and they coming from a good place.
They is not a friend.
That's not always true because they're not if they're not outwardly territorial. Like it's just the inner feeling. It's not something.
What do you mean by outwardly? What's wrong with me? Is there something wrong with me outwardly territorial?
Not necessarily, but they don't project in a bad way. Like when a new person comes around, they're friendly and open and respectful, even though they're watching.
That is what I call bad news. If you got a friend that's territorial, whether they act it out or whether they keeping it inside, eventually that can create a problem. Which means you're going to end up having to make a decision and be like, yo,
I don't want to really call her out.
We can't keep being friends if you know what I'm saying?
My other best friend like that. Like, my other best friend, other than Tosha, like, she's territorial. Like, if it was like a house and, you know, you put the fence around the house and you got all the pit bulls, like she don't like all that new stuff, all these new people, and you bringing around all these, like, she's vocal though.
It's situational,
but she be on point.
Whatever you with. And
there's a difference between territorial and possessive.
Yes.
Sometimes people are possessive of you, like he mine. Like no, that's my friend. Territorial, I consider territorial as guardship.
Yes.
Like I breed German Shepherds. They're territorial, right?
Yes.
They're going to like my dog passed last summer. He was a big 150 pound. You couldn't come. Now he was trained to only attack by word or signal, but he would let you know when you got so close because he's gonna sit. He was territorial. His fur stands up. He would sit right in front of me. You couldn't walk up to me. That's different than possessive. Him biting and attacking people anytime they came around.
Exactly.
So we need to be able to rightly divide which category people fall in. Like my day ones, my core group. We all have the same sense of humor. Somebody come in the group, we pranking them anyway because we got to make sure your skin is thick enough
Can you sit
to really hang with everybody. Like we got to make sure you could take a joke. Like I might think I look fresh. My friends will come in here like, girl, like what was you thinking when you like? But some people can't handle the raw. So you got to really kind of try new people out because it's okay if I have you outside of my group.
Yes.
If you don't fit in with everybody in the group, my group is never going to tell me, no, you can't have Tosha. They know better than that. Our positions are secure. We always going to be friends.
That's right.
Everybody's not everybody cup of tea, and that's fine. But I'm okay with separate friends, separate groups, though. My only is my man. If he not comfortable with some people, we kind of got to figure that out. That's my only way to look at that differently.
New people, I'm going to just say something. New people always been good to me because I just know how to pick them. You know what I'm saying? I can identify somebody a mile away. And I always come to the table with the mindset is I'm not looking for who I can cut off. I'm looking who I can build with. You know what I'm saying? With me being in so many different lanes and me so many different personalities, everybody at this table right now, like your strengths is different than his strengths and his strengths is different than your strengths.
That's right.
And us being together, you know what I'm saying? We're a dream team because my weakness may be your strength. My strength may be your weakness, you know? So when you bring people together and you in so many lanes doing so many different things, then it's always greatness to come from it. You know what I'm saying? Like I done met some strangers that then I done found myself in great positions, you know what I'm saying? Just off meeting strangers and being open and bringing them in because I'm telling you, like in my business aspect, the most people that put me in the best situations have been people that I've just met, you know, and it's just knowing where you meet them at. You know, I golf a lot, you know, I'm at the golf course. I meet, like, for example, I just met a lady, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say race or anything, but I met her on the golf course and we just talking and we kicking it. Comes to find out you were superintendent over schools. You know what I'm saying? Now you out in my community giving back Easter baskets, putting up, you know what I'm saying, thousands of dollars, you know?
Networking. You have to be
Which I'm all for that. It's bringing them in because that's where my lines get crossed, where between networking and then those type of relationships becoming more personal. And that's where things get a little, where I'm not comfortable.
I also think some of it has to do with your security level, and are you secure in your relationship, and is your partner making you feel secure? Because, and that was my reason for saying, like, if you are going to invite new people into your fold, then you need to invite them to your inner circle as soon as possible too, so that way it doesn't look like you are carrying on secret friendships and relationships, or, you know, things that you trying to keep this away from your mate or your spouse. Your spouse should be your friend too, and if your spouse is your friend, then nobody is a secret. Just
you
like
shouldn't be married if your spouse ain't your friend.
Definitely.
But sometimes it's, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but like sometimes it's best to separate things. You know what I'm saying? And that's just in my opinion. I would introduce, like my personal assistant is a woman. You know what I'm saying? I introduce her to my lady, but they don't really cross paths too much. But my lady trusts me. I don't never cross the line with my personal assistant. It's just she handles business at a different level. You know, and sometimes you don't gotta intermingle them circles, you know, because sometimes the lady might not like it, and it may bring bad vibes to your sister, and then your sister don't want to work for you, and she the one that's getting the money. You know what I'm saying? She doing all the stuff, writing the grants, sending out this, that, and the third, selling deals. You know, so.
But you said they've met before, right?
Exactly.
So that's my thing, though. It's not like you're spending like a considerable amount of time with this person that your spouse has never even met before. Like they clearly hear about this person, but they've never even met them. That to me feels like secretive.
That's funny.
Yeah, like, well, I mean, even if it's a chance happening, like,
So you want to see them often?
No, not necessarily. That's what I'm saying. Like, even if it was just by chance, like, say it's date night with you and your mate. And
I'm married,
like, say for
so,
instance,
I mean,
in D-Jack's case, it's date night for him and his girl, but his assistant calls and it's like, oh, I got this paperwork I need you to pick up. If you leave out to pick up the paperwork and then go back home to get your girl, why? Why not just, y'all was already going to date night, go pick up the paperwork, stuff like that. Like,
because they already met, so it wouldn't be nothing weird.
Or even if they hadn't met, like, why do you? That shouldn't be something that you keep all the way separate.
You shouldn't even do that, because that's when you gon', you know
that's
what I'm
I'm
saying?
getting
You
at. Like,
really
it's dudes that do, though. They want to keep stuff that...
They cause an unnecessary issue.
Insecurity.
If I tell my boyfriend, like, all right, I'm going out with Tasha today, he shouldn't have to say, well, who's Tasha? I talk about my friends all the time.
Right.
I have one of my best friends is in the Navy. We got people, he know everybody's name. Melissa, this person, that he knows who everybody is. So Melissa come in town, which she will this summer, and I'm hanging with Melissa, I don't need to let him know at the last minute what's going on. Everybody. Like, it's important to make those connections.
Yes.
That don't mean they have to hang out, but he's going to know who I'm with, because a man who cares about you, he wants you in good company. Anyway, he wants to make sure that you're in good hands and you're safe. So I don't like when guys it makes it seem as though you're being manipulative and deceitful if you don't just be upfront and honest about most things. Like, I think trust is harder for guys than women, I think, but you have to give it a shot and kind of let your woman in on what you have going on and who's in your life. Otherwise, if we feel like we have to find that out and we have to put on that FBI hat, you're going to be because we're going to find your lunch money from the third grade. Like, I'm just telling y'all right now.
Oh, man, these women, when they put on their investigator hat, it's nothing that they can't do. It's nothing that they will. I am telling you.
Period.
Email, everything is getting hacked.
Definitely everything get hacked. Email,
everything
phone,
is getting hacked, man.
everything I know that.
We setting the iCloud, everything, man.
Wow.
Shit, got your original phone back up.
I don't know nothing about that.
Like, I found the first phone.
I don't know. I ain't about that life. I ain't never had that issue.
Oh, I've definitely had some real investigators in my life.
Man.
Definitely.
Nobody has ever had to investigate me because
They should be working for the FBI, the CIA.
I keep it all the way real from the get. So I mean, it ain't no secrets. I ain't hiding my phone. You know what I'm saying?
I never did none of that. I never did none of that. I think my issue was, because it's not an issue now, I had too many friends. I had too many circles that I was associated with, but I had my hands into so many different things. It was more so about the insecurity at home. It wasn't really me leaving something out. It was just that I was busy. Like, I can't help that I have something to do every single day of the week. Like, we can schedule out time where we do things, but I remember it was a point where I was out 7 days a week. I had to be out. That's how I was networking. That's how I was getting my clients. Like, so if I wasn't out 7 days a week mingling and networking, I mean, how am I make my money? So I think home plays a big part because that's where the insecurities start to play into you. And then now I'm not intentionally not telling you certain shit. It's just that I don't want to hear it. Like, I can't tell you that I just met Karen the other day and I got to go to dinner with Karen because Karen the plug to this contract. So I can't do that because now I'm wasting breath. I'm just going to say I'm going to a meeting. But then, you pull up.
You fucking up.
Right. You pull up and you see me and Karen at the restaurant, but it's paperwork on the table. You like, I thought you was... This is a business meeting.
And that's why you always just be like, this is what it is. And let it be that.
Be a problem.
Nah, because one of my exes,
paperwork gonna be a problem.
It wouldn't matter if it was a business meeting. If we could have been signing $1 million contract. If it was after a certain time, and that could have been like 6:30 p.m.
Man, I'm so glad.
She didn't give a shit what it was. It was a problem. It was a problem. You cheating. It's 6:30. Who you like? What?
So do y'all think that? Okay, question. Do y'all think that when you do have a friendship, platonic friendship with someone in the opposite sex, and you get into a relationship along the way? So like you were friends with the opposite sex person first, then they get into a relationship. Do you think your friendship with that person needs to change? Like, do there need to be certain boundaries? Like,
Yes.
I probably could call you at 2 a.m. like, oh, this was so funny, but now you're in this relationship.
Yes. Yes. I've done that with family. I have some male cousins, we're best friends. And when like seriously dating, I would back off. Because I would go to their house all the time. We would do cookout. But when you have a woman in your life, the respectful thing to do is to pull back to let you guys have that life. Now, they love me and to come running. We still hang. But I have to respect. Respecting her is respecting you, right? My brothers, with them and their spouses, they tell me all the time, pull up, come over whenever. I would never do that. Well, one brother, because I kind of don't care. We all go to my brother. Shout out to my brother, Kenneth. We pull up on him.
He has the open door house, is what you're saying.
He doesn't want to, but he does. But he's our oldest brother. When Dad died, Kenneth, he's like the older brother. So we pull up on him all the time. Matter of fact, he hosted Christmas, and we stayed for 4 days. Like, people were literally
that's not
like
a pull up.
not leaving. But that's a
more than a
respect
pull up.
for my sister-in-laws. For there's just a respect that I have when it comes down to certain things. Now, they know if I call them after a certain time, they'll answer because something is wrong.
Right.
Because Candace not
Because you've
gonna
already
call
put that boundary.
for no reason. Like, I just feel like respect should always be in play, friends or family.
So, funny story, real story. One day I was still staying with my mom, and Chuck and I were getting ready to go somewhere hanging out, and he had gotten married, but at this point, but he wasn't married when we became friends, but he had gotten married. So I'm like, all right, Mom, I'm about to go such and such with Charles. That married man?
Bro.
And my mama had already heard of Charles plenty before that. But suddenly it was like, once he got married, it was no longer.
That's that traditional mindset.
Yeah,
I
old
hate
school.
that.
She was like,
I'm gonna be honest. I hate that shit.
Yeah, because we should still be able
I
to
hate
have
that shit.
Definitely.
I had to check one of my friends about that. I'm like, yo, just because I'm married, I'm like, my wife, like, they know the relationship. It ain't like it's something up. Like, you should still be able to be what you were prior to us getting married.
And that's what I had to tell my mom.
If you feel like you got to change, then guess what? I'm going to let your ass ride.
I was like, Mom, I've hung out with his wife, just she and I. Like, we've gone out before hanging. Like, it's cool.
Like, this I said, all of that stuff can be rectified with a simple conversation.
Yes.
People don't communicate well enough.
Yeah,
That's really be the problem.
Old school don't care about none of that. Always, her mama heard.
But that's because it was a whole bunch of granddaddies out here with double lives, though.
Like,
Don't
you
get out here making me look bad.
Right.
This married
You
man.
say.
They gonna think he got no home training.
Right. Your mama was definitely serious about that.
That's hilarious.
Like, I raised you better than that.
All day. That's hilarious.
It be like that, though.
Man,
but my
that's
mom was the same. My mom actually had an issue with probably more than my ex-wife. I wasn't supposed to have no friends, according to my mother, of any sex. It was supposed to just be her and me.
Yeah,
and nobody else. That was my mama way.
That's that crazy.
She was like, you don't need, why y'all gotta have friends? Y'all don't need no friends. I'm like, what?
God, dead ass.
Stop hanging with them. Even my cousins. Stop hanging with all of them.
I was
they
scared
bad.
of Charles' mama till probably like 2 years ago. Dead
Who,
ass.
my mama?
Yes, I was scared of Charles' mama till like 2 years ago. Me and Charles been friends since 04.
Me and my wife ignore people.
No.
Don't project your bullshit on us. That's your insecurity. That's your issue. If you don't trust the person that you with, don't project that shit on us. We good over here.
See, that'd be the thing. It'd be between the two that's in the house together. That's the issue. Because it'd be one of them that's insecure, which is causing the issue.
Or one of them that's doing the dirt.
Not all the time. Is it?
Chuck, cut the bullshit, dog. Cut the bullshit, dog.
I got a sneaky feeling
What?
that,
Who?
maybe your mama knew a little something.
About me?
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
you know your kids.
She ain't know much.
What?
She ain't know much at all.
You
didn't
sleeping
know.
on
She
your
thought
mama,
she
dog. She ain't gonna say
I
nothing.
mean, she know what it is because my mama was the only person that used to have my location, like, for years. So my mama was like, I text her, like, hey, I'm about to go out of town. Like, I'll be gone for 2 days. Like, so that was, I tell my mama before I tell my homeboys, like, look, hey, mom, this is what I'm about to do. And she be like, all right. Because I already know she ain't telling my secrets. See, your homeboys, they get mad at you or get in a bad situation. You know what I'm saying? Your girl pull up and she play on them and asking the right questions. And you know how we is. We stupid as hell. We answer the question wrong. And it's like, nah, I'm telling my mama. I ain't telling nobody else.
Man, communication, dog.
So I got a plot twist question, but I want to remind everybody, don't forget to call in 248-854-9850 if you want to contribute some thoughts to the topic. But plot twist. So what if you have a male and female friendship, platonic friendship, but they might have smashed or had something in the past and they just realized like, we better as friends. Can that person stay?
No.
Yes.
I knew you would say yes, so you said.
No, absolutely not.
Yes, absolutely yes.
It's enough for me too.
It's a no for D-Jack. It's a no for...
Like
It's
my,
a no for
Y'all ain't no real friends.
like my son used to
It's a
say,
yes.
It's a yes for
cheeky
Book.
no.
It's a yes for me, actually.
So y'all say just flat out no.
I say no because it's harder
What if they married?
to release that bond. I
Is
just
it?
don't believe that sexual bond or tension goes away.
What if they both got remarried?
Nah, I
Like
disagree.
Why y'all still friends then?
I disagree.
we all cool.
Well,
like now we all hang out.
Actually, some
Quit
people
fishing.
get into relationships that they shouldn't get into, and then later on you see like, no, we should have never been there. This is what we were supposed to be.
It's too
Like
late.
I have one of my friends. She's like one of my best friends. We've been friends since high school. We tried to kick it. We was like 21. You know what I'm saying? I'm over 40 now. She knows my wife. My wife knows about the relationship that we had like 20 years ago. It don't
should be
mean
cool.
shit. We don't have an attraction to each other. Nothing exists. Like we literally we shouldn't even been kicking it back then. We should have been friends the whole time. But we thought like because we was good friends and was like, oh well, you nice, I'm nice. Like we should be together.
So was
But
it
we
just
shouldn't- we shouldn't
smashing? Or did you guys think you were in love with each other?
We was in a relationship.
Well, okay, so I get what you said. So if I was in love with them,
Yeah, nah.
If we was kicking it, like
No, it can't
that's
be.
a
It
no.
can't be
If y'all
love.
was
No.
some people
in love.
smash
for me.
and have no attachment.
love.
What about love, but
Like
not in love?
if you and Tasha was in love and y'all used to date, I don't think y'all should still be friends if y'all got married.
To someone
I
else.
disagree.
Why?
To
I
someone
disagree.
Well, I'm glad we
I
don't have
disagree
that
with
issue.
I do have a friend
Because I'm not letting my buddy
that
go.
hopefully her.
She
or-
loyal. She loyal.
Yeah, I'm not letting Charles go, even though we ain't never did nothing.
I'm just
but
saying, I
still,
disagree.
like,
It's
I
always
was
gonna be
about to say, 'cause I got a
situational.
friend. She married, and we dated for a few years, and I think we thought we was in love. We did say that we was in love at the time.
When you're young, you do a lot of shit.
But
When
it
y'all
is
hang
a
out,
sticky
like-
situation. Like, because when we all hang out, it is a weird little vibe at 1st, and then
Why is it a weird vibe?
because he was
Exactly.
he was uncomfortable at first. I think her husband was uncomfortable at first, and then as he got to know me, no, nigga's still uncomfortable.
It's cool.
But
He's still uncomfortable.
It's cool.
It's cool for me,
Yeah,
but he's still uncomfortable. I'm sure he's still uncomfortable.
And how do you know it's not because he knows something else?
Ain't shit to know.
I'm just saying.
Like I mean,
get,
if it was something more to know,
I get the uncomfortableness though. It's kind of like what level of hanging out are you guys doing?
like partying.
Not just the two of you together? Like
No.
you're not going to
No.
say
Like as in
just
groups.
we
No,
going to
as
hang out?
groups.
That's a little
Well,
different.
now we done had dinner, just us two.
My face so tight under this mask, you don't even know.
I'm saying like after work because we used to work together.
I don't understand.
So we used to work together. So after work, like, cause we used to work together, and then we continued to work together. So it was a professional relationship.
I'm with you, bro.
It was a professional relationship. Like, I mean, we would go have dinner after work to talk about work, and then, but it wasn't no secret. Like,
I don't deny that. What I'm saying is, from the outside looking in, that can be hard to take. So what's better? To let that go and have a sure thing, or to always deal with the da-da-da-da-da-da? Because at home, like, what's better? What is the lesser of two evils?
That's so hard.
But you are in charge and in control of who you pick.
Yeah,
that's true.
If you pick the woman that's gonna be like this, that's your problem. You fucked up.
Damn.
Well,
like, for
I don't
real.
Say fucked up because some people like it. Like I used to.
Man,
like
that's most. Man, you don't want that shit long term, bro. Keep it real. You wanted it long term.
It was long term.
Did it end?
It did. Yeah.
Exactly, because that was part of the problem.
It became a problem.
But good communication.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you.
Something that I hear that you keep saying, which I absolutely agree with. Communication is everything, and I'm going.
That's why people fail in these situations.
Good communication, because you can talk all day.
Yes.
But is it good, effective results communication? Because you can sit up there and talk to somebody all day and have literally talked about nothing all day.
Agreed.
No mental attraction. That's a dead no. But how you interact with and communicate with your partner is everything. And you have to be on the same page with what you guys want in a relationship. Like, if it's not working for both of y'all, then you just shouldn't be in that relationship in this regard. You can't be with someone who's dead set against you having friends like that. Because what you're always going to end up is the constant is going, even if they're not nagging, it's going to always be a problem. Brought up, mentioned,
so how do
dishes slammed.
How do you have those fine boundaries between networking, friends, maintaining that at-home understanding when you're doing so many different things? Because I understand what you're saying about communicating. I feel like I'm a great communicator, but not all the time am I received because I'm very direct. So I think me being direct is taken as me being an asshole when literally what I said is what I meant. But a lot of times it's taken as, oh, you just being a smart ass, or you don't really mean. No, I mean the exact words that come out of my mouth when they come out.
I think you have to find someone. It's not even necessarily like you can teach them you, right? You have to want to learn your partner, period. But you also have to know if this woman is capable of going the distance with you, if she's capable of handling. I saw something on Facebook recently. It was, would you rather have a broke man who was home all the time, or a busy man, loved you, gave you everything else, but he was busy and out here getting the bag? You have to have someone who appreciates that. I just talked to somebody about this 3 days ago. Their person wants them to come to the table and build all these businesses and they over here. And they just literally keep saying, this is what I want. This is what I need. We could be doing these things together, but they're not hearing that. And I sat there just sitting back like, I hear everything that they're saying. But if you're not there and you can't be there, you have to be willing to say, while I love you very much and you're just not there, this isn't like, you're not someone who can walk this journey with me.
Right.
And women do know we're a part of the choice. Don't just let a man choose you. Be a part of the choice. Is he also good for you?
So, DJ, how do you handle that with everything you got going on?
It's just simple, you know. I'm being genuine, authentic, and direct, you know, and you just got to grow a part of it because, you know, I know you want to be Superwoman, but you can't do everything. Just like I have weaknesses, you have weaknesses, and those weaknesses is another woman's strength, and that woman's strength is it's helping us build this village. You know what I'm saying? It's helping pay bills here and there. So, for example, like I have a travel 7-on-7 team. I have a female friend that's in charge of that. Like, I call her, can you register us for this team? Can you call all the parents? Can you do this? I'm director of Park and Recreation in Roanoke Township. I have an assistant that's a lady. She does everything, you know, for my events, for my fundraising, for golf outings, for everything. Then on the other side, in my sports agency, my you feel me, talent acquisition lady is a woman, you know what I'm saying, that does a lot in media. So I'm dealing with a lot of other women, and it's just making my lady feel comfortable with me, you know, and just being straight up, like, you know, I got her, and I got her, and this is what they do. And when I'm on the phone, I don't got to hide from you. I'm on the phone, what's up? Yeah, okay, let's do that. You know, I'm just being authentic in front of her and genuine, and she got to respect it and understand it, you know, because it's paying the bills.
Are you friends with anybody that you used to smash?
Am I friends with anybody that I used to smash? I am. I'm actually friends with all of them. But what ones?
And y'all talking about me?
Put your hands out.
The ones not mad at me. But I got a better question for y'all.
Okay.
So and this one is actually with Chuck. So Chuck, I was listening to your situation, and you know you was the man in the situation, so you ain't had no reason to feel uncomfortable. But say for example, you had a girl and she smashed one of your friends. Could you have a long-term relationship with her if she had sex with one of your friends?
Yes,
You think so?
I have.
Are
Absolutely.
y'all still together?
With a homie though?
We was
So no.
for
y'all,
years, but it had nothing to do with him,
Okay.
and we were still friends.
And you're just cool
Y'all-
with that?
y'all
Yeah,
still
because I'm not. See, I'm different. I'm
I'm
100% different than
Yeah, I like to
probably.
hear what you're saying though. That's growth right there.
I'm not an insecure man. So if somebody was with somebody before me, or if we had a break and it just happened, whatever happened. We human beings. We make mistakes. We all have desires and urges. I know I'm not the first or the last man she gonna desire or want. I'm just hoping I'm the one that you pick or choose. But when shit like that happen, that's just life, because I've made that mistake. I've slept with one of her friends, you know, so how can I really be mad? How can I point a finger at her when I probably did way worse,
Right.
you know, than what she found out versus what we've actually sat down and both admitted to each other. But I've been in that situation where she confided in me and said she slept with old boy. I confided in her and said I slept with old girl, and we was all cool.
Yeah, it was good.
And it's crazy part is I'm still friends with them today.
Right.
Like, and this is years. This is like ridiculous amount of years, but I'm really still cool with everybody.
Okay. So
Like, I got two that hate me, like you said. It's a couple but it's literally just two.
yeah,
I think that's easier for guys to shoulder those friendships after, because I think it's no secret that women are a lot more emotional than men typically.
Yeah.
So men can sometimes cut the cord and be like, all right, we ain't kicking it no more. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but most won't forgive
Whereas
that.
women, sometimes that's not so easy for us.
got one on the money for you, right? So say for example, right, your boyfriend, right? If you just recently found out he slept with Tosha.
On her neck.
Hypothetically.
On her neck.
No.
Before y'all
This is before y'all even became in a relationship. This was back before you even met her
Knew me.
at work or anything. And it just came to the light like, okay, yeah, I did that with her. Would you be okay with that?
It depends. Like I said,
That's
for me,
tough.
it would be the relationship.
It would be if he came and told you.
No.
Oh, you found
he
out.
would have to tell me.
Okay.
Like, you know, the communication
She
has
would
to
really
be
know.
there.
Yeah.
But what did y'all just smash? Was it a drunken night? Y'all just hit? Was it ongoing?
So it's the
like,
connection that
How
bothers
deep
you.
did
it would
this
be
go?
the connection.
I agree. That's really
it would be
what
the
it
connection.
boils
You
down
can
to.
smash and pass somebody, or
That's
sometimes
what it
people
boils
just
down
have
to,
sex
for real.
buddies and
'Cause
there's
I don't
nothing
care.
there.
Smash and pass.
But if you
cool
had
with
a
that?
connection, like I would have an
cool
issue
with it.
with.
It's situational, dog. It's just go.
What, smash and
Yeah.
pass?
I mean,
I've been in that too.
neither
The whole
one,
crew.
neither one of those scenarios bothered me. Just like neither one of those scenarios bothered my wife, and that's why we had communication in the beginning.
Yeah.
I let her know about. Huh?
You been through that situation?
Yeah.
So if somebody
I have 3 female friends right now that I've been friends with for a long time, but we smashed back in the day.
So have your
Like we kicked it. Like
have
we
your
was
wife did
kicking
with
it.
one of your friends?
A dude that I was cool with in high school. We cool now, but we ain't like best buddies.
Bestie.
But it don't matter that she smashed him back in the day.
But
I was in college.
What if he was your guy?
It don't matter. You smashed him in college. Why am I gonna be mad at you about something that happened 20 years ago?
What's up?
That's
man?
petty as hell.
That's free spirited, right?
I'm gonna block myself from a good ass relationship because of somebody that you smashed 20 years ago that you don't even care about no more.
Said the hell with all that kumbaya.
I'll be like, you and Tasha did what?
You can't do it.
I'm just saying, like,
I don't know. Pray for your girl because it's looking like a no.
I think for me,
it almost sounds like y'all act like nobody's connections actually like dissipate.
Well,
like,
that's
you know
what I was
what I'm
gonna
saying?
say. I think for me,
like,
it's knowing my
just because you had a connection with somebody at one point don't mean that connection is still there. You know what I'm saying?
That's true, but for me, I would have to ask more questions. I would have to have an understanding. Mm-hmm. That's not something that'll be like, oh, it was 10 years ago. Oh, okay, cool. No, not for me.
But I also want to say, too, don't try to pretend you okay with it and you know you're not, too.
Definitely speak up.
That comes out in the wash.
Yeah.
But I will ask questions to your point. I do want to know. Well, for me, I'm a little different, so I would want to know details. I would want to know how nasty you was, and it still wouldn't really waver.
I don't want
to. But that's the thing; it really wouldn't waver.
I mean, I'm gonna ask details.
It wouldn't waver my feelings towards you because
actually, I just met Chuck and Tasha. Like we don't know each other
with him, and you ain't even did that shit with me yet.
We just happen to think the same in certain situations.
I don't know. I just feel like y'all could have just been friends for years.
They like to be
about 12 weeks.
I'm about to say like it's only been like 2 months, 3 months.
But I think that it's just I think once you go through so much and you've probably had so many choices and you've dealt with so many things and you've tried a lot of long-term relationships, I think at the end of the day it just comes down to what works for you. And
that's how I feel.
You gotta kind of figure shit out and not be so serious all the time. I guess because I play a lot and my feelings get hurt when you lie. My feelings don't get hurt when you tell the truth. Like,
come on with it.
And I'm open, so I don't really expect that, just me and you one-on-one shit forever.
I can't stand a liar.
And that's what's missing, I think, from a lot of connections. Even meeting someone from the beginning is flat out transparency and people still playing games and not being vulnerable and being guarded and lying and living double lives until they figure it out. Like, if you can't just bring your authentic self to the table with me, then I don't want you.
But some people only have that in their friendships. Some people only have that type of trust with their platonic friends.
But you have to take, and that's, I know for a fact, like, trust is harder for men. When women, we take a licking and we keep on ticking. Sometimes we can get over a hurt easier. Men don't really let people hurt them. Like, I feel like you guys are a lot more guarded. So if someone can get in to hurt you, it take y'all a little longer to get over that, which I get.
Too long.
However, sometimes you have to be able to take that leap of faith with someone that you feel is worth the risk. You can't harbor and hold on to the hurts so much that you miss a good thing because you're still thinking about
and that's what Bud was saying.
With the long
I'm gonna give up this good relationship.
Yeah.
I'm saying people block themselves from good relationships all the time because of stuff that really
don't matter.
At the end of the day, if you really look at it in the grand scheme of things, it's very minute.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You holding a person responsible for something, or you blaming them for something, or you're like, I'm scared to go here with somebody because of this. That don't have nothing to do
to their past.
That don't have nothing to do with today. You know what I'm saying? Because that person ain't even in the same place they were 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. But it still boils down to communication is everything. And most people fail at the communication part because you feel like, I can't say this to you or whatever.
But why not? To your point, if you a straight shooter, be a straight shooter. So she know up front.
But this be on both sides. Women be thinking like, I can't say this to him because he gonna get mad or he gonna feel this type of way. Men be like, I don't want to say this because then she gonna be looking at me like this and she ain't gonna receive what I said. Because most of us, especially for the men, because a lot of shit get repelled when we younger. It start for us when we younger. Like, no, we ain't trying to hear what you got to say. We don't want to hear nothing about your emotions. We don't want to hear about how you feel.
What you said earlier, you set the tone. Like, if you have a certain expectation and you hold me accountable for that expectation and you say that you only tolerate X, Y, and Z, a man that want that and want you, he's gonna reform. He's gonna change. He's gonna
need to do the same thing.
He's gonna be consistent with that. And I think a lot of times that's the key because sometimes like me, I just roll with whatever. Like, if you on some bullshit, Okay, let's roll with it. Like I'm the
Fair
king of
shades
bullshit.
of
You
robbery.
want to play these games?
I think the men need to do the same way.
Like, come on,
Let's
ring the
play.
bell. Like,
I mean,
I'm ready.
I feel you. I mean, but just like we were saying, you know, when you talk about bringing stuff to the table, I think the men need to have the same. Need to have the standard. too.
Absolutely.
You got to set the tone too, because I mean, whatever you accept, the woman gonna do. Like she gonna
Absolutely.
the same shit that you'll be like, I'll let that slide. I'm with it, whatever. She gonna do the same shit. If you be
But
like,
that's why I be cool with it. That's why, like, hey, you ain't even gotta be lying about all that.
I
Like,
talk
just
to
do
women all the time about just this. Tasha sat in on one of my Zooms, and we went in the paint. I'm harder on us because I feel like women don't take ourselves seriously enough. We don't take what our responsibilities and obligations are seriously enough. I tell my nieces all the time, and some of them, the model types, you got to be more than a pretty face.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be something else. You got the hips, you got the shape, you have to be more than that. What else do you have? That'll bring a man to you, but what's going to keep him? It's up here. It's how are you moving? Do you know the art of communication? Are you able to hold a conversation with this man that keeps his interest? Mm-hmm. It's so many other things that go with that.
Absolutely. This is definitely a good conversation. It's good to see that y'all agree and kind of disagree / agree when it comes to platonic friendships. Mm-hmm. But overall, I guess it's very situational. I mean, I guess it's really based on the circumstances of the relationships. Not everybody is as open and as free as me, where I really don't give a shit what y'all did, what y'all doing. Like, it is what it is. Like, just put it on the table. Mm-hmm. Like, and we can either eat this shit together or we can break bread in the middle and have it out however is necessary. But I think it's a great conversation. It should definitely keep going.
And if there is anybody out there who is opposed to their mate having a platonic friend of the opposite sex, try to let that energy go, because I'm being so serious. Try to let that energy go, though, because we can all learn and grow from one another, and you need those opposite sex friendships. Now, if somebody crosses the line, be firm and being like, oh no, we ain't rocking, but be open to a friendship so that you can learn more about the opposite sex without having to log on and listen to toxic people and podcasts. Jesus.
Right.
Like, seriously.
Definitely. Well, how much time we got?
Like a minute, maybe.
Oh, we actually wrapping up. But we definitely want to thank both of our guests for coming and joining us with this conversation. Hopefully we can have them on at another time to talk about other things, because one thing I did pick up was both of them are entrepreneurs. And one of our topics that's coming up in a couple of weeks will be around financing and lending and home ownership and things
Versus
of that
renting.
nature. So definitely keep your ears out for that. And we may actually be reaching out to you guys to see if you can get your input on that as well.
All right.
Cool beans. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, look forward, man. Thank y'all for having me.
All right. You're welcome. Thank you for coming. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for tuning in another week with us. Great time. And, peace.
Have a good one.